Hi, YouTube family. Welcome back to Past Paradise, where we explore famous people's fascinating tales. Nikki Haley and her real husband, Michael Haley, have a touching story to tell today. Nikki and Michael testify to lasting love and commitment in a world where celebrity weddings sometimes make news for the wrong reasons. Over 2 decades, they have shared goals, perseverance, and unfailing support. This power couple has handled public life's ups and downs with elegance and courage, from Nikki's historic UN ambassadorship to Michael's National Guard duty. They have company. We'll also include other famous couples who proved genuine love can survive the limelight. In 2024, sit back, relax, and be inspired by these incredible partnerships that have endured. Kamala Harris and Douglas Emhoff, 10 years. Can a lawyer and a politician create the ideal pair based on the connection between Vice President Kamala Harris and her former entertainment lawyer spouse, Douglas Emhoff? As fate would have it, the couple got together on a blind date in 2013 and tied the knot in a modest courtroom ceremony less than a year later. The two's relationship and their devotion to one another serve as a comforting reminder of the turbulent environment that exists right now. Jen Psaki and Gregory Meacher, 14 years. Like many other political marriages, Jen Psaki and Gregory Meacher came together while participating in a campaign at some point in 2006. But for some reason, following their phone conversation, Meacher was drawn to Psaki right away, mostly because he thought her clumsy navigational abilities were hilarious. Meacher didn't understand he was in love with her until her future wife gave him the wrong directions to an event. He initially seemed annoyed by Psaki's approach, but his perspective quickly changed after seeing her in person. Whatever the situation, it's fantastic that these two still get along well and appreciate one another's presence in their lives. What a cute pair. Mike Pence and Karen Pence, 32 years. Karen Pence attracted great attention in her role as Second Lady. Even though it was a turbulent time, Mike Pence never wavered in his devotion to his wife. Their 32-year marriage is an encouragement to everyone. Mike first saw Karen playing the guitar at the Indiana church they were attending. When he finally concluded that she was the one after 9 months, he proposed, and she gladly accepted. Kristi Noem and Brian Noem, 30 years. Kristi and Brian Noem were married in a lovely ceremony in Watertown, South Dakota in 1992. Since then, the couple's love has only been stronger, and they have been blessed with 3 amazing kids. Their unceasing support of one another is a major factor in their devotion. Even after Noem was elected to Congress in 2011, the family continued to run their South Dakota ranch near Castlewood. Their participation at the Watertown Foursquare Church shows they can still stay in touch despite their distance. Their shared religion is what binds them together. Ted Cruz and Heidi Cruz, 23 years. Having his wife, Heidi Cruz, at his side for the last 23 years has undoubtedly blessed Senator Ted Cruz. She has consistently supported him and advanced his career, often putting aside her objectives. 2005 was a trying year, but the two finally resolved their disagreements and are in a much better position today. They live a peaceful, loving family life in their modest Texas home with their 2 girls and a dog. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Riley Roberts, 5 years. Riley Roberts, her undergraduate love, was a remarkable person who traveled with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on her path to becoming the youngest woman to serve in the U.S. Congress. They broke up after graduating from college, even though they had first met there. But destiny had other ideas. The two got back in touch a few years later and have been together since 2015. Despite rumors that they are getting married, the pair has not disclosed any information on their wedding arrangements. Mitt Romney and Ann Romney, married for 52 years. The losing candidate in the 2012 presidential election was Mitt Romney. Before he was appointed a senator from Utah in 2019, he held the office of governor of Massachusetts for 4 years. Romney and his spouse Ann have been married since 1969, although they knew each other in elementary school. During their senior prom, they promised to marry, but their love ended when he left to fulfill his Mormon missionary duty. They got back together once he came back, were married in 1969, and had 5 children together. He was assigned to the Committee on Budget this year. Nancy Pelosi and Paul Pelosi, married for 58 years. Nancy Pelosi, who rose to prominence in 2007 and 2011 as Speaker of the House of Representatives, served in that capacity twice again in 2019. As a college student, she met Paul Pelosi, who later founded Financial Leasing Services. They married in Baltimore in 1963 and moved to New York and San Francisco. 9 grandkids currently reside with the couple, who raised 5 children. In 2021, Pelosi started her 4th and maybe last term. Sarah Huckabee Sanders and Brian Chatfield Sanders. Mission Woods, Kansas native Brian Chatfield Sanders earned a campaign media degree from Colby College in the early 2000s. His first job in politics was working as the former Kansas Governor Sam Brownback's press assistant. Since then, Sanders has contributed to many races, including Ted Yoho's congressional campaign in Florida and Robert Bentley's bid for governor of Alabama. Sanders first got to know Sarah Huckabee in 2008, when Huckabee was recruited as a media consultant and Sanders served as the campaign's field director. The couple married in 2010 and has a golden retriever and 3 kids. Kellyanne Conway and George T. Conway III, married since 2001. Kellyanne Conway, an American political consultant and pollster, played a major part in President Trump's administration after being named his campaign manager and senior counselor in 2016. Before that, she had worked as a strategist and consultant for the Republican Party. She met her soulmate, George T. Conway III, an acting attorney at a law firm, in the late 1990s. They were married in 2001 and now have 4 children together. She made an appearance on the TV show Kudlow in 2022. Lauren Boebert and Jason Boebert, 17 years. The Boebert pair is a wonderful illustration of the strength that comes from pure love. Jason's employment caused financial difficulties for the couple after they were married. Thankfully, things turned around for them when they opened their restaurant, and Lauren soon became a congressman and gave birth to 4 sons. Nothing appears to be able to keep them apart in this romance that seems to have been written in the stars. We are eager to hear the amazing tale of how they succeeded despite all the obstacles. Nikki Haley and Michael Haley, 27 years together. Nikki Haley was navigating her early political career when she met her husband, Michael Haley. Their union has stood strong while Nikki has risen to prominence, holding positions such as U.S. UN Ambassador. While pursuing his noteworthy military career, Michael, a South Carolina Army National Guard commissioned officer, has supported Nikki's goals. They have managed the demands of public life together while preserving a solid, encouraging alliance. Their strong relationship has stood the test of time as evidence of their mutual respect and commitment to serve. Tulsi Gabbard and Abraham Williams, married for 6 years. The fact that Tulsi Gabbard became the first Hindu member of Congress is well known. She was an officer in the United States Army Reserve before entering politics. She filed for divorce in the past, but she still has faith in love, and in 2015 she married Abraham Williams. After her time in Congress ended in 2021, Gabbard pursued a career as a freelance editor and cinematographer. The pair had a Vedic ritual to formally cement their commitment. This is Tulsi Gabbard, a podcast that Gabbard just started. Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump, married for 12 years. As the daughter of Donald Trump and Ivana, many people are acquainted with Ivanka Trump. Her father named her a senior advisor at the Trump Organization in 2017, the same organization that employs her husband, Jared Kushner. Mutual friends introduced the two, and in 2005, their relationship started. Since Jared developed real estate, their relationship was founded on business discussions. Sadly, Ivanka's family disapproved of him, which caused them to separate in 2008. They did, however, make up and get married the next year. For him, she became a Jew, and the two of them now have 3 kids. Adam Schiff and Eve Schiff, married for 26 years. For over 2 decades, Adam Schiff has represented the Democratic Party in Congress. He was first elected in 2001 and now serves his 10th straight term. Although he and his wife, Eve Sanderson, have kept their personal lives private, we do know that they were married in 2005. Eve has been a huge source of support for him throughout election season, and the couple has 2 kids. She will be at his side for the rest of their lives. That much is clear. Schiff has served as the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. Amy Klobuchar and John D. Bessler, married for 28 years. When Amy Jean Klobuchar became the first female senator from Minnesota, she created history alone. Since 1993, she and John Bessler have been wed. Their daughter went on to work as a legislative director. Klobuchar's appointment as the Senate Rules Committee head in 2021 indicates that she has no intention of leaving politics. Her original plan was to run for president in the same year, but she instead supported Joe Biden. Gabby Giffords and Mark Kelly, married for 14 years. In the United States, Gabby Giffords served as the Congresswoman for Arizona's 8th Congressional District Representatives Chamber from 2007 until 2012. She is now married to a well-known astronaut and American. Mark Kelly, a Navy captain, met her in China in 2003. His whole STS-124 shuttle crew was there during their 2007 wedding. Although Giffords is no longer a practicing politician, her hubby was inspired by her and defeated Republican Martha McSally in the December 2020 special election to become a United States Senator. Caroline Kennedy and Edwin Schlossberg, 35 years. The distinguished designer Edwin Schlossberg and the accomplished lawyer and diplomat Caroline Kennedy have been married for 35 years. On Cape Cod, they had an opulent wedding ceremony to commemorate their marriage. They consider their 3 children a blessing that they will always treasure. Since their initial meeting at Kennedy's place of employment, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the famous couple, who are notoriously guarded about their relationship, have been inseparable. They are a powerful pair. Carrie Ann Lake and Jeff Halperin, 24 years. In politics, Carrie Ann Lake is a formidable opponent. Sadly, after 22 years, her longtime career as a television news anchor ended in March 2021. Despite her busy schedule, she has maintained a romantic relationship with Jeff Halperin since August 1998. It's admirable that the pair have remained together while avoiding the limelight. We want them to be more visible on the internet so that the world can see how happy their love is. Marty Walsh and Lori Higgins, 8 years. Lori Higgins and Marty Walsh have maintained a low profile for quite a while, only being seen together at celebratory occasions or political campaigns. Given that Higgins has made a significant financial contribution to Walsh's campaign, it is evident that the two have personal and professional ties. Their relationship seems to be unbreakable. Liz Cheney and Philip Perry, 27 years. Since they were married in 1993, Liz Cheney and Philip Perry's relationship has been nothing short of a fairy tale. Amazingly, they have maintained a solid relationship while having excellent jobs. For those who are looking for real love, this pair offers hope. The secret to Liz and Philip's successful marriage is that they prioritize their family and make time for one another. We all want to meet our very own Philip to realize our aspirations. Joe Manchin and Gail Connolly Manchin, 54 years. Since their 1967 union, Joe Manchin and Gail Connolly's marriage has stood as an example of peace and love. Joe has had challenges in his personal and professional life, but Gail has been a helpful companion. Many people consider them a trustworthy model couple in the political realm. They are an inspiring couple with 3 kids. Kayleigh McEnany and Sean Gilmartin, 4 years. Although it is still relatively fresh, Kayleigh McEnany and Sean Gilmartin's love story is already lovely. Blake, the couple's daughter, was born in 2019 after they tied the knot in 2017. Despite initially criticizing Donald Trump, McEnany is well known for her conservative beliefs and unwavering support of him. The 33rd White House press secretary was featured on Outnumbered, Hannity, and The Rubin Report in 2021. She now contributes live to Fox News. Anthony Fauci and Christine Grady, 38 years together. No love tale moves people more than the one of Anthony Fauci and Christine Grady. At the National Institutes of Health, the medical team first connected. Trust us when we claim that they locked eyes over a patient of Anthony's. It may not be the most traditional spot to meet the love of your life, but for the two successful physicians, it did work. Anthony soon found the confidence to ask Christine out to dinner. The rest is history, as they say. The couple has 3 kids together and has been together for 38 years. Jean-Claude Van Damme and Gladys Portuguese, 22 years together. A love tale wouldn't feel real without its share of hiccups, wouldn't it? Though their love journey is filled with ups and downs, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Gladys Portuguese, the famous couple, should not fear since their ending is breathtakingly gorgeous. The pair were married in 1986 and had 2 beautiful kids in the following years. Regretfully, miscommunications ensued, and since neither party could handle the situation, a divorce was finalized in 1993. But despite their miscommunications, their love grew once again since destiny always wanted them together. They reconciled and remarried in 1999. Carrie Lake and Jeff Halperin, 24 years together. What is the key to a contented marriage? She has experienced love and loss, so Carrie Lake knows something about this. Despite her last marriage ending in divorce, the American politician never gave up on love. Having finally found true happiness, she married Jeff Halperin, the CEO of Zen HD, a production business, for a second time in 1998. The marriage lasted for 24 years. Even though the husband and wife team maintains their distance, you can see how much they care for one another by reading Carrie's kind remarks to her husband. Of course, Ruby and Leo, their 2 children, add to the pleasures of their relationship. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, 23 years together. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn are Hollywood's most enduring and well-known couple. The popular on-screen couple has been together for over 23 years, and despite their decision not to be married, their love and dedication to one another has never been in doubt. After getting married in the early 1980s, Hawn and Russell, who had children from a previous marriage, have nurtured their lovely children in a distinctively mixed household ever since. Not to mention that the couple welcomed Wyatt Russell, a handsome kid, into their family barely 3 years after they first started dating. What a content family. Meryl Streep and Don Gummer, 42 years together. Meryl Streep believed everything had crumbled after her partner's death. But artist Don Gummer provided a bright spot in an otherwise dismal situation. In her autobiographical book, Her Again, Becoming Meryl Streep, she looks back on her past and describes how, at the worst moment of her life, she fell in love. The suitable couple is inseparable in their wonderful marriage and greatly supports one another. Guy Fieri and Lori Fieri, 25 years together. Guy Fieri was the previous name of Guy Fieri, the presenter of the popular Food Network program Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Following his wife's branding advice, he changed his surname after marriage. The fact that Fieri barely married Lori makes the situation even more absurd. Lori went to see a friend at the restaurant where Guy had fired her the first time they met. After Lori got in his face and Guy ordered them to leave, he changed his mind and persuaded her to let him cook for her one day. Since 1995, the pair has been wed. Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart, 18 years together. It's said that all is fair in love and war, and while Harrison Ford and Callista's 2-decade age difference drew much criticism, love overcame all obstacles. When Callista initially approached Harrison at the 2002 Golden Globe ceremony, they started a conversation that hadn't cooled off. The famous pair teaches us to follow our gut feelings and tune out other opinions. We must prioritize our relationships above everything else, no matter how important the outer world is to us. Jay Leno and Mavis Leno, 40 years together. Jay Leno was a budding comic when he first got together with Mavis, his longtime wife. He didn't have a chance to shine until after they were married, however. He had an incredible career as a host, appearing on programs such as Jay Leno's The Tonight Show. Jay could also finance his costly collection of almost 300 cars through his profession and marriage. Mavis was able to concentrate on her feminist concerns in the meantime, even holding the position of chair of the Feminist Majority Foundation throughout the 1990s. Jay has been hosting the Jay Leno's Garage program since 2014.
If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon